This looks terrible. Good morning. It is currently 7 o'clock. Far too early to be having to face this torment, but I have left it to the last minute, so I have no choice. I have to clean up our spare room. I was going to hold off to do this as part of a whole video, but the choice was taken away from me when our real estate agent booked in a pest inspection. So I am left with this task today. We have a combination of things that have been unpacked but not put away, things that don't have a place yet, empty boxes from our recent purchases that I don't want to get rid of, and other miscellaneous items. We have a lot of storage, so that is going in my favour, but time is already marching, so let's get cracking. So I've made a good start, but a lot of the things that are left to do is put things away in the wardrobe. I'm not quite tall enough to put stuff at the very top, so I'll put away what I can, but the rest will have to wait for a taller human being to assist me. Everything's over by the wardrobe ready to go, but yeah, still a lot to deal with. Ugh. Okay, let's keep going. No. Hello. So that's all I can really do for now. I'm basically left with a few piles of things. One pile is materials that I want to use for crafting projects, but need to actually go through the piles and see what I want to keep and what I want to get rid of. And because we share the bins in our complex, we don't really want to fill them all up in 1 week with our rubbish. So I have a pile of things that need to go up on the wardrobe, but I can't lift. Waiting for a tall person for that. And then I just also have a pile of washing that was clean before we transported it, but then it was in transit for too long, and then now it's sat out in the dust. And we only have a small washer and a small air dryer rack. We also have this mattress that we used to sleep on when we drove to Darwin the first time, which is really awkward for storage. We don't really have anywhere for it to go, so it'll probably end up just staying out like that. What are you gonna do? We've got these big boxes. This stuff needs to go into the shed because it's camping gear. That's a big bag of plastic, which I really don't want to just ditch. I want to find purposes for. So it's a bag of bags from all the things we've bought since moving in. This is just some like packing foam that will be awesome for some crafting projects, and I've got some cool like accordion looking stuff. Not bad for a morning's work. Once it's a little more packed away, I can start working on my studio space. So excited. I should probably check to see if I'm even in frame, huh? So the current configuration is lights on in here, curtains are open, though it isn't particularly sunny, so I will close them to see what it looks like with them closed. Door is open with the hallway light on. The aircon is on in the lounge room, which I'm hoping will give me some passive flow into here so I can leave the one off in this room. We'll see, it's already getting a little bit warm in here, but anyway. So I'm going to close the curtains and see how that affects the light. Maybe I will need to leave the curtains open. I think what I will try first though is adding a lamp. But rather than have a big bright light source right in front of me, which is only going to be unflattering, I plan to make a softbox. Just out of some scrap material that I have lying around, which will sit over the top of a lamp, and if it works, it's supposed to diffuse the light more gently. I don't know if it'll work because it's only going to be a little homemade one and it's not even going to be proper studio lighting, but gotta give it a go. Here is the lamp that I already have. It's just an ordinary table lamp from Kmart with a yellowy coloured lamp globe in it. I also have these various pieces of packaging cardboard. The lamp will sit on top. I'll take the shade off. Hopefully by blocking off 3 sides, the light will be reflected to go towards me. So it'll be sitting in front of me facing this way, and might even paint these white to be a bit more reflective. And then the front side I will use some white fabric to diffuse the light, and I'm hoping my glue gun will be able to hold it all together. So now I've got this basic frame assembled. There's really not much to it. We've just got the base piece, a back piece, and the 2 side pieces. I added these little blocks here to help support it so that I could create this kind of curved shape. I'm hoping it'll fan out the light and help it reflect sort of like that rather than straight on. So I might leave the frame as it is for now and make the material cover that's going to go over it first. So I'll grab some scrap fabric, start taking some measurements and sew the cover together. For the fabric, I have one of Tom's pilot shirts that is really stained, classic Pindan orange that no matter how much soak we put on it, it's not coming out. I did a quick test and the material actually would touch the globe, which obviously for safety reasons is not smart. So I added this little lid in line with the base so that'll hold the material off of the globe. I've taken some measurements, so now I just need to cut the back piece out of this shirt, iron it, and then make the pieces to fit the frame. This is your captain speaking. Oh no. Moment of truth. The lighting's probably all weird now, but the lamp's inside. The fabric isn't touching the globe now that I've put this little awning on. And the good thing about this being made out of cardboard is I could pull it super taut. No matter where I want to pin something on this, it'll go in. For now, I've just tied the back, but I do plan to fit it properly. I'm just running out of time to get this video done. Now I just need to test it in front of me and see how it works with the camera. The newly created softbox is pretty much on that angle, so I guess that's like 11 o'clock. It's sitting about my eye level as well. I think ideally I want it to be sort of a bit higher up, unless I can put it up on the wardrobe somehow. This is pretty much as much light as I can get in here with what I've got. How does it compare? It's a really cute little softbox, if nothing else. Okay, no time to dawdle. The next thing I need to do is start testing my microphone that I have. The Scarlett 202 Studio Set. I've had this one for a while now, and if you have seen my Fables recording video, the audio in that isn't using this microphone, but to record the audio for that project, I did use this. The problems I found with it was too sensitive. It picks up everything going on around you. So any slight body movements, cars, cicadas, people talking, music in the distance, everything, which is obviously really good. It's picking up a lot, but it's too much. Today I want to try adjusting settings, but I also want to try covering the microphone to see if it can just muffle some of those external sounds, speak of the devils, and also not distort as much when I talk or laugh or sing or just get really loud basically. Oh, and the other little bit of an issue with this one as well is you do have to have it plugged in when you're using it. So I will have to bring my laptop into the room, but my laptop screams. So that's another reason to try and muffle the microphone so that it doesn't pick up the fan going full bore trying to stay alive. Oh, plus I hopefully will be able to use the air conditioning in this room when I'm recording if it doesn't pick up those sounds too. Yeah, I'll just get set up, I guess. Will this connect to my tripod? I don't know. Oops. Ah. At least the cord is long, so I can put the laptop really far away. At some point I need to figure out if I can connect this to my tripod at all. If not, I might make like a little sling for it so I can tie it to the tripod. I'll grab my laptop. I have Ableton Live open. I just did a quick little soundbite test to see if it was going to work, because my god, if I do all this and it doesn't actually record so I can test anything, I'll be so mad. This is the phone audio. We're switching to the microphone now.
Hello. Hello, hello, hello. Well, the bars are a-jumping. The laptop is just outside the door over there, screaming at me. I can see that it is picking up some sound, and it looks like it's recording. Can we hear that plane going over? Car? Can we hear the laptop screaming? That's another thing. Was that obnoxious? I'm going to listen to that, what I've done so far, just to make sure it is in fact recording and exports being able to hear it. And then we'll start doing some more tests. Take 2. I'm getting really warm. Can we hear that? Can we hear that? Weirdly, when I did my Ozap Fables, the microphone was probably at least an arm's length away from me. But now it seems like I've got to hold it really close for it to pick me up. So I wonder if there's a dial that's been turned down on that little box part that I have no idea what to do with. I'm going to leave it probably on the table. I don't know if it's in frame, but it's sitting on the table right there. Okay, now what I'm going to do, sock test. That's one sock. Second sock. Okay, this is 2 socks. How are we going? Interference. Aircon is really loud, so if it if it dulls the aircon, I'll be really happy. Talking into the sock microphone. That's probably all I need to test for now. I need to listen to it properly with headphones on to have a listen to the balance and compare socks, no socks, aircon, no aircon, blah, blah, blah. I don't know how long that's going to take me, and I don't know why my voice just broke. I really wanted to get this video out tonight. I've still got to edit. Maybe it's just going to be tomorrow. Okay, so that didn't quite go to plan. It is the next day, but oh well. So this is my studio corner so far. Maybe it's all the exposed brick, but it kind of strangely feels like a little dungeon room or a basement or something, giving me ideas of calling this little area the dungeon studio, the basement corner, inspiration basement. I know, weird. I promise I'm not a serial killer, I'm just a writer. Gotta start somewhere, and I definitely have plans to make a few improvements. I'd like to get a second-hand shelf to go beside me, maybe a little bit of lighting behind me, possibly a little shelf with some flowers or something pretty on them. Just something to look at other than me. Had a listen to how things sounded with the microphone and had a little comparison of the different lighting options that I tried. More testing is required, but I think the softbox turned out really well. I like how I managed to get it quite tailored to the shape of the framework that I made. The microphone seems to have a much better quality, as you can probably hear from this audio from the phone now. It'll also get a little bit more difficult when I try to play with different camera angles, close-ups, voiceover, but in good time, I'm sure I will figure it all out. Plan B is one of those lavalier microphones so that no matter where I am and what I'm doing, the audio is consistent. Now to plan my first crafty project to do in my new space. Got lots of ideas, lots of big dreams for what I would like this space to be. So stay tuned to see what I come up with and how I decorate it and make those dreams a reality. But in the meantime, you know the drill. Like a video to feed the creator for a day, subscribe to support them forever. Until next time, keep dreaming. The aircon is in. Blah, blah. Yeah, still pretty loud, huh? Attach some cars going past. Shouldn't be too difficult because they're always going past. Okay. Oh, what am I going to say then? Thank you very much.